Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Brian from American Auto on a nice, brisk, cool morning this morning. We've got this thing loaded up. It's going back, and without the transmission in it. So here's transmission. There's the intake that you had to take off to get the transmission out. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it is what it is. You have to take that off to be able to get to the top 4 bolts right there. That one, those two, and that one. Because that is massive. And then the drive shaft's in there and the intake and all that stuff. So, I'm glad because it's cleaning up my corner over here and giving me more room to put this engine stand down at the other building. I am a little aggravated because I wasn't able to get this car fixed, but it's not any fault of mine. It's the fact that you can only do what you can do when people will only bring you so much. So, since we didn't get rid of his transmission, we're going to put it in the back of the car. His torque converter over there. We got the car good and strapped down. And I think I need to top this tire off. Oh, that hurt. But we got it strapped through that mag up to this front corner. Same on the other side. And then that strap there actually goes all the way across on the inside and around down there. And then I just tied the extra around there, holding the front down. Just so long. Oh, plus I've got the winch holding it from the rear back here. That's what that green tag is down there. But we're going to get this loaded up and start our journey to Fall Branch to drop this off. And then that takes care of this car, this customer, this everything. Out of my hair and gone for good. So, yeah. Let's get it going so I can hit the road. All right, guys. So it's been 3 days since I started this video with that car right there, that POS right there, putting it on that trailer so I could take it to the guy that owns it. There's a reason it's still on that trailer, and there's a reason it's sitting still on my property. That reason is because it tried to kill me, my wife, and my child. Now, when you load a car onto a trailer, you pull it on there straight, put the engine toward the front, you try and center the weight over the axles as best you can, you know, and go with it that way. All the cars I've ever hauled, the engine is where the weight is. Not that piece. No. All the way it's over the back or something. I don't know. It's more rear heavy than it is front heavy. We made it out onto the main highway, made it to about 40 miles per hour, and it put me into a death wobble that almost took me clean off the side of a mountain. So, I managed to get it saved, got the car turned around, got the truck turned around, and slowly made it back here to the house and called him and told him we're going to try and load it backwards, but it's going to be a few days. So, we're not on that. Now, I have to apologize, guys. We don't have no hot rod videos for you this week on this. Sorry. The tires will be mounted Monday, so I can't do nothing. Today is Friday the 13th. Thrilled. Actually, it's usually my favorite day of the year. Usually Friday the 13th really goes well for me. Don't know why. Just happens. But instead, today we get to work on something that I'm not thrilled about, but it has to be done. We're working on this thing. It looks like a catfish. Like, I don't understand why people call the Camaros catfish Camaros. This looks more like a catfish to me. Oof. Anyway, but the brake booster is acting up on this, and I've got to fix this for a customer, which in turn, I say it's the brake booster. I don't know. I've already replaced the master cylinder on it. I've replaced the brakes on it and everything, the calipers, all of it. The only thing I haven't replaced is the booster yet, okay? She said it still feels spongy. I don't feel that. But she also said it's still losing brake fluid, and that was brand new brake fluid 2 months ago. And now it's already dark. So, I have a funny suspicion. We got the check valve off of it right here, and it's operating the way it's supposed to. It was still holding vacuum, so I don't know how it's going bad. I don't know that that's really the issue, or maybe this just had dirt in it, or I don't know. So, next thing is also it runs through this stupid junction box right here too. So, we're gonna check and make sure all the lines are clean and all that. But before we do that, I'm gonna take my camera right there and run down inside that vacuum port to see if I see anything in there like brake fluid. Because she swears that somebody told her that the brake fluid is leaving the master cylinder and going into the engine. I've never heard of that, not once ever in my life. And neither has anybody else. But we're gonna check it and see what we can do. So, all right, guys. So, see if I can figure out how to operate this menu option on this camera. Fudge. All right, here we go. So notice how clean that is. No brake fluid. No brake fluid. No brake fluid. So everything inside that brake booster is clean. God, I love having a camera. It'd be even better if I knew how to operate the daggone thing. But so that being said, I'm going to assume that there was just a blockage in this, but I'm still going to clean the lines and make sure all that's good first. So I'll let you know what we find out there. But I just wanted to show you what the inside of that brake booster looked like. I'll show you that it's not sucking brake fluid out and not into there anyway. So I didn't figure it was, and I don't know where they got this information from, but who knows? Who knows? So we'll just see what happens. I'm probably just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little lost on it, but we'll clean these lines out, put it all back together, take the car for a test drive and see what it does. Here we go. Let's take this thing down the road and see what it does. You can see here, this car has 96,981 miles. It's actually really clean, really nice car. Runs great. But, there we go. Maybe you can see a little bit better now. And everything seems to work on it, except for the whole valves rattling. So let's take this down the drive back and see what it does. Get it under some load. I never was a fan of these cars. Of course, you ain't gonna hear nothing going downhill. So just as we were making it back, I hit the brakes a good time because she was complaining about the brakes feeling spongy. I didn't really feel it, but I'm used to my Chevrolet where the brakes are spongy all the time anyway. But as we made it back, I hit the brakes and it sounded like it was metal to metal. So we're gonna pop these wheels off real quick and make sure the brakes are good on it before we go any further. But as far as the rest of it, car's running great, no issues. So we'll see what it is. All right, yay. So we went ahead and used our little Harbor Freight tool there and sucked all the brake fluid out of the reservoir. We're gonna put brand new brake fluid in right here. And then we're gonna go down to the bleeders. Don't know if you can see me. Then we're gonna go down to the bleeders and pull brake fluid until we get new brake fluid all the way around the car. I'll show you how that tool works here in just a second. Let me get this thing filled back up and I'll bring you right back. This instant, guys, when you're working by yourself and you have one of these suction tools, you want to leave the cap off of your brake fluid so that way you're not drawing a suction and it trying to pull air back in. So leave that open. Now I have the other one that hooks up to the air line, but I'm not 100% comfortable with that one. Plus this one's just way easier. And I don't feel like hearing that compressor right there yelling at me. So what we do here is, this is the tool right here. You see them at Harbor Freight. You just run your little hose up to there, okay? And give it some pumps. You'll see that gauge raise up. Well, crap. All right, so I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see this, but I'll show you as best I can. But I've got my 11mm wrench right here, and it's gonna sit. Let me move you around here a little bit like this. Maybe that'll work, I don't know. Anyway, got our 11mm wrench right here. I'm gonna have to hold this on here with this hand Draw my suction with this hand. And crack the bleeder valve open. And as the numbers go down, it's pulling the brake fluid through. And get it back to 0. And then do it again. The thing is, guys, you really want this to stand up. Well, that took care of that little Ford Taurus, so it's going to be out of here. Anyway, we'll get back to the hot rod stuff here very soon. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel. Go check out some of my old videos. I've got a bunch of other stuff on there. The 69 C10, the Triumph, the Mercury, all kind of stuff. So go check out some of my old videos. See what you think about those, guys. Thanks. Haha, just kidding. I didn't film a proper outro for that video. I was a little tied up with a lot going on. But anyway, so to outro this video properly, guys, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And also, go check out Carter's Drag Racing and Top Notch Trees 23 and Pole Barn Garage and Golden Rust or Bust and Vice Grip Garage and Junkyard Digs and Thunderhead 289 and yeah, all them guys. But yeah, go check out Carter's Drag Racing for real. They got the really awesome pro mod setup going on, and that's, I don't know, I think we might start putting some horsepower in the old blue truck. Might be a good idea. And we're getting ready to get back on that Mercury, so make sure you're subscribed so you can see all that fun stuff. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks again. And remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it don't change you. Have a good one, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one.